Greetings nerdy list aficionados, and welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. Today we are once more dabbling in the realm of powers. Today for villains. We roll the dice and we have Apocalypse. Who else hears the voice of 90s Apocalypse in their head whenever they read the comics? I think I will forever.
I cannot be touched. I cannot be harmed. Watch me and tremble.
I don't know, it had that reverb effect, it was cool. And that design, memorable, but super hard to replicate credibly in live action format. Apocalypse, or En Sabah Nur, first appeared in X Factor number 6 in 1986, although he had a cameo appearance an issue prior. And from his first arc, he rocked the X-Men universe. I'm Sasha, and these are the top 10 superpowers you didn't know Apocalypse had. Let's get started. Number 10, merged with celestial tech. So Apocalypse has merged celestial technology into his body, which has vastly expanded his already ample abilities. He was born powerful and left to die for the fact that he looked deformed to his Egyptian tribe. Gray skin, those blue lips, but he was found in the desert and did not die and soon became aware of his powers. And he also developed his sense of supremacy, especially because of the fear his innate intelligence and athleticism garnered, nothing to say of his abilities, so he came to believe that not only should the strongest survive, but that only they were worthy to. It would be in 1050 AD that Apocalypse would encounter the Celestials. A ship crashed, and recognizing a fellow immortal, the survivor befriended Apocalypse and offered him a deal, the chance to use their technology to shape the destiny of the world, an offer that Apocalypse of course accepted. Number 9, Technopath. The reason that Apocalypse was able to merge this alien celestial tech with his body so easily is because he is a Technopath, and that means he has the ability to interface directly with technology on an organic level. Both merging as one. It's also part of why he could not only survive, but conceive techno-organic viruses. So Apocalypse can mentally link to and control most technology out there. Because of this, it sometimes makes it difficult to tell which of his abilities are innate and which are the result of augmentation. Though some would argue that at this point, does it really matter all that much? Not to the people he's oppressing probably, unless it can be used against him in some way. Number 8, complete molecular control. This means that Apocalypse can will his body to do essentially anything. He can change his size, growing to terrifying heights. He can change the viscosity of his body as well, making himself malleable or like putty. This means he can also heal or regenerate, so if anything is chopped off or the like, no problem. It's rare for people to get close enough for that, but it does happen. This molecular control also leads into another ability. Number 7, generate mutant powers. Apocalypse can now generate powers to add to his already huge arsenal. It renders him very godlike. Indeed, in some other timelines, he is worshipped as such. Some are unclear if this ability to acquire or rather replicate powers is one that comes from his own mutant abilities or again from that celestial tech. And again, either way the result is the same, terrifying. He has so many powers it must be hard to even distinguish them. And it also means that if you go up against him, he can throw anything at you. Number 6, healing blood. Not all of Apocalypse's powers are doom and gloom. His blood has the ability to heal, but only other mutants. In fact, his blood is toxic to non-mutants. They get a dose of it, dead. They just can't handle it, there's too much going on. Apocalypse can also imbue others with powers, but he doesn't necessarily need to do that via blood transfer. He has other means. He really is just on a whole other level. Number 5, restore mutant powers. Yes, this is different than just imbuing a mutant with new powers. This is if your powers have been taken away from you somehow for some reason. Apocalypse can fix that if he so chooses. Apocalypse does enjoy having his own mutant squad though. It's why he keeps creating horsemen. And his favorite thing to do is find already powerful mutants or mutates and expand their power set to make them terrifying. Terrifying agents of destruction. Warren Worthington with the wings of an angel. Apocalypse inspires this interesting combination of reverence and terror. Number 4, Age of Apocalypse, Telepath. Apocalypse is obviously, as the name of this arc would suggest, one of the titular characters in this story. This occurs on Earth 295 in a deviated timeline set off when Legion, David Haller, in an attempt to kill Magneto instead, accidentally killed his father, Charles Xavier. Apocalypse here demonstrates particularly strong telepathic prowess. This is an ability he also has in the 616, but is particularly on display in Age of Apocalypse. Basically, anything you could think of, he could do it. Astral plane? Check. Possession? Check. Alteration? Check. Psionic blasts, cloaking, mind link, illusion, mind control, just all the terrifying things. Number 3. Ultimate Verse, negating mutant powers. Now Apocalypse was one of those characters who didn't change too much in the Ultimate version, at least not as radically when in comparison to some other characters. But one element that was highlighted, although again it was something he could do, was negate other mutants' powers. Like just stop them from coming his way, you're nullified. How completely demoralizing. That would definitely discourage others from trying anything. You see some of your most powerful members launch their strongest attack and nothing happens. Number 2. Omnilingual. One of the things Apocalypse has used his powers for is to master all languages. He can speak any language, all human ones at least, plus Celestial. This means he can communicate with anyone. Though at times, when dealing with Apocalypse, speech and verbal communication is not always a factor. Number 1. Apocalypse Beam. Once more, we must return to the mangaverse, Earth 2301. Apocalypse here maintains a similar look, but has a more cliche anime motivation. To cleanse the world of the weak, which, okay, accurate, and also to deprive it of all its resources. This Apocalypse was not as strong as his 616 counterpart, and while he could absorb and control machines, and he could grow in size, what he was most known for is being able to shoot energy beams from his hands called Apocalypse Beams. Apocalypse was actually defeated in this universe by the Avengers robots, so yeah, 616 Apocalypse would never. So those were 10 superpowers you didn't know Apocalypse had. He has all the powers, just all the powers. I'm Sasha, and thanks so much for watching Top 10 Nerd. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that you never miss a vid. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye!